very true in what was said here a few minutes ago. In time will heal, you're offside.
You know, what's the worst thing you can do when you buy a new pickup? Sell it within 2 or 3 months of buying it new. It's the worst time to sell. Auction sales have always been and will always be a wholesale market with the chance.
Now we're up to 5 stripper headers, but we're down from 7 combines to 5. And so we are starting to demonstrate some of the wishes or desires that we are looking for in our labor, power, and machinery, or land building and finance numbers that MNP is asking us to challenge ourselves on.
And how do you view the auctioneer world? Obviously, your good friend Jason's been in the business a long time, and you'd be familiar with it. How do you utilize it in your business?
Yeah, so it's been helping us because we've been divesting, and really happy with our results here this year. We've sold over 18 pieces, I guess, and it's very true in what was said here a few minutes ago. In time will heal. If you are offside, a lot of our stuff we've been divesting in are 5 or 8 or 10-year-old pieces, and I guess with the appreciation or inflation in new, we've been able to get back what we paid for the list of equipment that we did sell. And so very low costs of ownership after all, even though we have been scolded on our labor, power, and machinery numbers and being too highly invested, too much equipment, and so we've had the last laugh in now showing our depreciation was actually fairly calm. But thanks to Stephus and some of the other auction firms out there, we've been happy to witness that. But we have been on the wrong side of some transactions, so we have been schooled over time, and I pay attention to when Jason talks. That's for sure.
If I recall right, in the last week, I think you're going to be paying some recaptured depreciation tax on some of the items we just sold. So I think you're doing good, Marcel. Go ahead.
Just going to say theoretically, but we have been buying new pieces like those stripper headers and or disc drills. And so, of course, those are high dollar numbers. So we have huge depreciation on our new pieces. That'll help eat up this recaptured capital gain.
Well, there's a really good point that he makes, gentlemen. Just think about this. So Marcel just brought up a really, really good point. Why did he buy new stripper headers? Why did he buy brand new? Because there was none available used. I mean, that's just the long and the short of it so many times. And so, when you buy a new pickup, and farmers buy new pickups all the time too. You know, what's the worst thing you can do when you buy a new pickup? Sell it within 2 or 3 months of buying it new. It's the worst time to sell.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, if you keep that thing and you take good care of it and you run it for 100,000 miles, or pick a number, and you get the use out of it and you sell it for 40 cents or 40% of what you paid for it, that makes perfect sense. And the problem is that so much of this used machinery that's in the marketplace now, especially in the dealer lots, the market doesn't match the depreciation. And just to bring home a point, if you've got money and you've got machinery that you need and it's available at used prices, auction prices, because don't forget, boys and girls, auction sales have always been and will always be a wholesale market with the chance to retail. So where are you going to buy at? That's why auctions have always been so good, and it just since the dawn of time, basically, and that's why we're such strong advocates of auctions. I wish we had more to sell.
Yeah, it is a source of truth out there. Jason, go ahead.
There's just one more question that was posted there, and it's a fair question. It says, "What's the future of Stephus in Canada?" Well, I can tell you from my point of view. When we started at ground zero. We come in on I think it was about February, March, and we made a purchase of Bruce Shapansky up in Tisdale. It's turned out to be a great purchase. We got some good staff up there, and that site is going to continue to grow. We're very pleased with that. And in the south here, we've been making some great headway. The reality is the farmers will reach out to us, talk to us. They wanted some change. They wanted something different. And we were able to provide that, and on a large scale, but yet we bring it right home to make it a tailor-fitted sale to just look after your own personal sale. So are we going to expand? Well, right now, the way we've got it kind of drawn out is the bus has 40 seats on it, and we've got 21 of those seats filled, and the expansion is just going to keep growing, keep moving. We're getting calls to go. We just did a large sale upwards into several $1 million out in BC. The industrial flavor of sales is what we're really getting the calls on. Yes, the growth is going to continue on. We're here to stay, going to be here for a long time, and we want to continue on, especially at the way it's been received so far. As people like what they're seeing, and it's been great for us.
Well, let you in on a little secret. You know, I've been doing this all my life. That's the only thing I've ever known. I never had a real job. But you know, when we talk about expansion and things like that from a Stephus perspective, or, you know, the person asked you expand your footprint by buying out other auction companies. My answer to that is we're not interested in buying out other auction companies. What we are interested in, and Jason can say this over and over again, we are interested in good people. People is what it takes in our business. And you know, when you can align yourself with a gentleman in front of me like Jason, who calls a spade and tells what's going to happen, how it's going to happen, when it's going to happen, before it happens, that's the success that we've enjoyed in this auction business. And in terms of, you know, applying math to the people problems, it's just never worked for us. And that's not who we are at Stephus. We're all about people serving people. What can I do for you? How can I help you? What do you need? Those are the things that have made us successful in the auction business. I don't know if we're going to be successful in Canada or not. I sure hope so. I've been telling my banker that. And
Count on you.
Yeah, hopefully we'll go from there.
Well, there's an old saying I learned a long time ago from a good man, and it says if you look after the customer, the business will look after itself. And that's our whole mantra at Stephus, is to look after the customer, handle every detail of it, get them out to the other side, look after the retirement, whether it's a multi-million-dollar sale like the Forster sale, or the smallest. We did a sale that grossed $10,000 because the people wanted it, but that was their life, that was their belongings, and we treated them the same.